Hey guys, it is Liberty Whispers with a new video for you, and this one is gonna be interesting to say the least. When I first started my channel, one of the things I wanted to do was put a bunch of original creative input into it, in the sense of written work, whether that be poetry, short stories, or concepts or characters or what have you. I just kind of wanted to inject original work because, I see it as quite a creative outlet, and the possibility to do some pretty interesting things with my channel. So I thought I would do some original writing based on an idea I've had for a little while but never really kind of got around to fleshing it out. This is going to be the first part in a series of parts of a story. I don't know how long it's going to be because I'm kind of just writing each part one after the other and kind of shaping it as I go along. But the story is called Continuum, and it is based partly on my love for science fiction, but it's also somewhat inspired by a book called The Tibetan Book of the Dead, which deals with sort of spirituality and passing on from this life to another, and a sense of transference. And there is a good old helping of the helpless romantic in me thrown into the story as well. So anyway, this is the first part. If people like it, I'll continue with it. If not, then I might not, I don't know, but we'll see how it goes, and let me know what you think of it. Okay, so here we go. This is Continuum, Part 1. Golden light cracks through an enclosed wall of darkness, and I feel warmth on my bare skin as the sun's illumination spreads further towards my line of sight. Blurred vision washes over me as the void of my slumber all but disappears. A rough texture grazes against my skin. Where am I? I peel my body and warm face from the floor to find myself coated with a thinly spread layer of sand, sporadically placed across my body. I pull myself to my feet and stretch my body outwards, as if to awaken every muscle and skeletal joint that its frame consists of. I wipe the remaining haze from my eyes and slide my hand across the top of my head. My hand becomes engulfed in a thick, tangled mesh of hair. I find this most peculiar indeed, seeing as I haven't had hair grace my scalp for the best part of 4 years. Yet here it is, in healthy abundance. No wedding ring, no scar on the back of my right hand. I stretch out my arms to verify my existence, but find myself unable to. I know that I am myself, yet I don't recognize an inch of me. Panicked by this striking unfamiliarity, I move with haste across the open land stretched out before me. Under graying skies entwined tightly with stormy intentions, I set off to seek for answers, or at the very least, shelter. As the skyline above me opens, I disappear into the outstretched openings of a hollow cave. Shrouded with initial uncertainty, the far reaches of this place are soon illuminated by a blinding light, one that burns with a fierce intensity. Seeing it as my only real option, and as a beacon of possibility, I follow the light as it takes me deeper into the cave. Upon the wall there are primitive drawings itself is fitted with a heavy brass lock, the key to which is stood upright, engulfed within the heart of the singular flame. If I extinguish the fire before me, the door may disappear from sight, leaving me all alone, in the dark. Against my better judgment, I take a risk and place my hand within the flame. My fingers twitch with anticipation of the prickly heat, but to my surprise, the flame doesn't repel my advances. Instead, it dances gently around the side of my hand, becoming an extension of my body. As I clasp my hand around the key, the flame, it moves in unison, coiling round my hand as if to reassure me that it has only heartfelt intentions. I place the key inside the lock, and with one strong motion I turn it clockwise. As the inner mechanics of the brass contraption begin to engage and shift, one large click echoes through the empty space in which it resides. The fire is sharply extinguished, and an arc of light cascades across the ceiling to show that the cave is no more. In its place lies an enclosed room of mirrors, a room in which I take center stage. There I am, my reflection staring back, hard with confusion. As I glance directly towards the mirrored image before me, there is not an ounce of this physical presence that I recognize. I am young and healthy. I look at least 50 years my junior, but how could this be? Who is it that stands before me? Inside I am the man I have always known, but this exterior is so foreign to me. I approach the mirror to touch the image presented, as if I were physically reaching out to another being. But as my hand touches the cold glass, the image changes to a vision I most certainly recognize. The physical form that I remember occupying stands before me. Weathered with both time and heartache, I see myself weeping by my wife's grave. Eleanor. She had been the love of my life and my best friend for the best part of 5 decades. Until she left without me, taken away from my life, leaving me to adjust to a whole new world, alone. But you're not alone, not anymore, at least, says the doppelganger before me. You have moved from the world you once knew. Your time there has come to an end, and now you have a new path in front of you. The reflection continues to talk, but as it does, its form leaves the confines of the glass mirror and steps out in front of me. Your soul is deeply troubled and cannot rest. That is why you are here. But from here on out, you begin your cycle again. A different body, yes, but your essence, your memories, your heart, and most importantly, your one true love remains. A love as strong and as pure as yours cannot be broken by time nor space, and although you may no longer occupy the vessel or the world you were so well acquainted with, your purpose still remains. She is out there, like you, in a different shell, but very much the same. You must find her. You must keep the continuum in motion. Doing so will ensure the doors of further worlds remain unlocked, allowing those at the end of this cycle to pass on to the next. We are all but threads within the same fabric of being, and together we perpetuate this infinity. And just like that, the surrounding mirrors disappeared into darkness, the reflection of myself along with them, and there I was, wide awake and fully aware of what it was I was sent here for. Eleanor. I had to find her. If she really was in this world with me,